Hello everyone, my name is Lakna. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I want to talk about the new moon that's happening on December 12th. So this new moon is happening in Scorpio in the nakshatra called Jyestha. And this new moon is happening on December 12th, the day before Mercury goes retrograde, which is very interesting because the star Jyestha is ruled by Mercury. And then Mercury also goes retrograde the day after, so a lot of Mercurian themes are being illuminated at this time. As this is the time where the moon is the darkest, it's not necessarily being illuminated in our face like a full moon. It's more so this time where it is completely dark and we have to really go within and really review things, meditate, and really allow the divine insight and guidance to come through by being a clear vessel, like a blank canvas. The moon is the darkest, so we can't see anything, but as it is so dark, we're able to really tap in. There's space now for us to really feel into and review and reflect and revisit our past, especially as Mercury then goes retrograde. We're revisiting all these Mercurian themes, which are to do with our thoughts, our intellect, the way that we communicate with others, travel as well, and technology. Any themes to do with this can be brought up at this time of this new moon. So the new moon is a time for us to set intentions and to really prepare for this new beginning that we're embarking on. In order to do that, we really need to go within and meditate and allow that divine guidance to come through. And the themes that are going to come up in this time are to do with this nakshatra called Jyestha. This is a very powerful star that is at the very end of Scorpio. Jyestha is fierce and very powerful. The deity is Indra, who is a dragon slayer, very brave and courageous and wanting to protect others. Because of this powerful strength that Jyestha holds, Jyestha has this life lesson of needing to remember that power that they hold within. Because of this ability to fight dragons, in the Vedas there is this story of Indra fighting these dragons and demons, and because of this we find that in life, when you hold a lot of power, you get tested a lot. People will try and take your power away. They'll bully you, they'll take advantage of you. Things happen to really test you. God is testing you to see if you remember how powerful you are. There is nothing outside of you that is more powerful than you. And sometimes the strongest people have to go through some of the most hardest, most difficult situations to remind them of their strength. And because you are so strong, you go through these really chaotic, turbulent, crazy situations and have to encounter a lot of things that make you even stronger, and through that strength you're able to inspire and empower so many other people. That is the intention of these things, to help others and to really remind you of how powerful you are and to take your power back. So at the time of this new moon, it's really important to reflect on your past. How in any way have you forgotten your power, given away your power? How in any way you need to reclaim your strength and your power in yourself. And it's interesting because Mercury will be going retrograde and moving further into December. Around December 22nd, Mercury will be retrograde and combust with the Sun, which means it will be retrograding and very close to the Sun. And this is around the time where it will be very close to the full moon in December. And so these themes to do with power struggles will be really illuminated around the time of the full moon as these Jyestha themes become illuminated, but also because Mercury will be going back, retrograding into our past to force us to revisit situations that we have gone through in the past that we have, for whatever reason, forgotten our power. When the Sun is combust Mercury, the sun is the most powerful, most strongest light force that really overpowers Mercury. So it is showing us, like, in what areas of our life have we been influenced by this overpowering sun-like force in our life, which could be our father figures, authority figures, bosses, government, just people outside of us, even friends sometimes unintentionally have a strong hold and an influence over what we do. Because I actually read about this in the book Kabbalion recently, about how if you do not have a strong enough willpower for yourself, or a strong enough intention for where you're going in your life, your direction in your life, if you're really open and you're going with the flow and you're still trying to figure out your life, it's very easy to be influenced by stronger outside forces who have maybe more of an intention for you than you do for yourself. And that is something that I am really noticing in my life, in my past. And I feel that this is something that us all collectively have to review with this energy of Jyestha and Scorpio, to review where in our life have we given away our power. So it's really time to reclaim our power and know that we create our life and we are in control in many ways. Like, it's time to be like a master piece in the chessboard that moves, that we make the moves, not being a pawn that's being moved around by the outside forces. So that's one theme of Jyestha, remembering your power. So this month of December, I mentioned in my December video, it is the Wheel of Fortune month. The Wheel of Fortune, which is constantly moving around. This is the wheel of life. We're constantly on the move, and there's always going to be ups and downs. It's never going to be one stable emotional thing. We can't always be happy and joyful. We can't always be sad and depressed, but we have to experience the full spectrum of emotions and experiences. This is what life is. And Scorpio really teaches us that, because Scorpio is all about the death and rebirth process. Scorpio wants us to embrace change and embrace transformation and growth, which is a beautiful thing. We're always evolving. Change is the only constant. So really reflect on that, on how open you are to change and transformation, because the last full moon we had was in Taurus, in Rohini Nakshatra, which is also about moving through life and growing and creating. Although Taurus is more of this earthy sign that doesn't like change as much. So it is time for us to reflect on our life. In what ways do we need to be more open to change and new perspectives, new paths potentially? this cycle of the scorpion, starting from the beetle, which is just immersed in mud, which is the darkness, that is the bottom of the wheel of fortune. So we move up from the mud, we get out of the darkness that we're in, and we become the scorpion. And the scorpion is so wise and has so much ancient knowledge that we gain through meditating, through going within and realizing that we are powerful. But we still, as the scorpion level, we're still so aware of the darkness in the world that we feel we need to be in defense mode, ready to attack anything that tries to harm us. We need to transcend that scorpion level to the eagle, which Jupiter this month of December is going to allow us to be that eagle, to really overlook our life from the highest perspective with the highest wisdom, and really see what serves us, what doesn't, what aligns with our higher self and what doesn't. And then from that highest perspective, we can really become the phoenix that rises through the ashes, that transmutes all of our pain into beautiful things through movement, through art, through whatever you feel called to do. Transmute and alchemize the pains that you've gone through, the traumas, the hardships, the obstacles. Transmute that energy into beauty. And that's what this new moon, this cycle, is all about. Reclaim your power and transmute and be the phoenix. And another thing is, this star is an Artha star. Artha is about wealth and money and making money, which is really important, because in order to make a difference in this world, you need to be secure. You need to be financially secure. It's not essential. There are many people who travel the world, nomads, who live like just trusting the flow, and no judgment to that at all. But the insight that has been coming through for me as of recently is to be a charitable person, to give back as much as you can. Money really does help that. The more money you have, the more you can create a difference in this world. This world is an earthly realm. The pentacles, they're coins. They are material, tangible things that really do make a difference. And Jyestha really teaches us that spirituality and money is also really connected, and they're really helpful. There is the saying of how it's a lot easier to meditate and be in peace when you're sitting in a luxurious kingdom, which is something that this star teaches us. And what I am realizing for myself is having money is really helpful, and it's not an essential thing, but just reflecting on your life and do you feel that you are living abundantly? And if not, why? What is blocking your abundance? And the formula that I believe Jyestha teaches us, this star, to really live an abundant life is really your emotions and your thoughts and your beliefs, which create your actions. Your emotions, because Scorpio is a water sign, a very deeply emotional sign that feels the depths and so much passion. It's important to really passionately feel and embody what it feels like to be an abundant person and live an abundant life. We all deserve that. Emotions. And then your thoughts and beliefs come through Mercury, which is the ruler of Jyestha. Mercury, the thoughts that we continue to think, they create our beliefs. And these belief systems that we have really influence the actions that we take. And it's important to take action and to move and to continue doing things. And that action is Mars, which is the ruler of Scorpio. So this is the formula: your emotions, the way you feel, your thoughts and your beliefs, which create your actions. This is the formula for creating an abundant lifestyle. So this new moon, it's really time to reflect on these themes, and more insight will arise to do with these themes as the moon waxes towards the full moon, towards the end of this month. And I hope you all really have a deeply introspective time and really allow in that divine guidance to come through. Neptune on December 6th moves direct, which is really going to clear the fog and the haze and allow in so much beautiful insight to come through. Rahu is in Pisces, Neptune is in Pisces. This is a powerful time for us to gain the most deepest insights. And Jyestha is known as the elder star, the elder sibling star. So we have the insight coming through from the oldest, wisest star. So really, don't take that for granted. Really take in all of that divine insight that comes through. Take time to slow down and be quiet and go within. I love you all. I hope you have a beautiful new moon, and I'll see you all in the next video.